so thankful that I made it, that I'm here today. It's so easy for me to believe in God when I'm thinking about all the things that God has done for me, right? When I'm thinking about how he's come through for me, when I'm thinking about all of the times that I've prayed for myself for something that seemed impossible, and God showed up. When I've prayed for others for something that's totally impossible, and God showed up. But then there's the times, yes, let's give God a hand clap for that, right? But the truth is that sometimes in our lives, we cry out to God with everything in us, believing 100% that he is going to do what you think he's going to do, because he's all powerful, because he can do anything. I mean, we've seen it in the Word. He can change a man's heart in an instant. And sometimes we cry out to him, and we ask him for something that's deep in our heart. And the answer shows up in a way that is contrary to what we think God is supposed to do. We have this idea in our head about what our testimony is supposed to look like, how God is going to use what he's going to do in our life. I don't know about you, but me, I come up with a whole conclusion, paragraph, right? I choose my own ending, but God's ending is so much better than the ending that I chose for myself. And recently, I've been through a lot of my life. I won't go through it all right now, or we won't be able to sing anymore. But, I've made it through heartache. I've made it through sickness. I've made it through depression. I've made it through sorrow. But heartache and sorrow and depression still come at me sometimes. And, my husband and I suffered a really difficult time this year. Something that shook my faith in a way that all of those other things like cancer and divorce and not divorce from him, but divorce from someone else. Just want to make that clear. All of those other things that shook my life, but that I still believed in God. And this shook me in a way that nothing has shook me before. And I cried out to God, and I wasn't just sad because of the grief, but I was sad because I was worried that I might lose my faith. Because if there's one thing I know, that life without him is no life at all. And I don't want to live my life not believing in him. Because the alternative to say, I believe in him, the alternative is to be alone in this world with no one to cry out to, no one to believe in, no one to believe that he's going to take all the things, not just the good things, not just the prayers answered in the way we want them answered, but he's going to take everything and he's going to turn it into something so beautiful. But some of you are probably in a place where the cloud is so dark and the storm is so heavy that you feel like you can't even reach out. But you don't have to reach out because God's already holding on to you. So today, I'm choosing to believe, and I hope you are too.